An awkward wedding kiss? Bad vibes? Rumours of marital discord have followed Prince Albert and Princess Charlene since the day they married, but they've had positive moments too, these rare moments of PDA. In the year 2000, Charlene Wittstock coincidentally crossed paths with Prince Albert II of Monaco at a swimming competition in Monte Carlo. Later that same year, she again showcased her athletic prowess by representing South Africa in the 2000 Sydney Olympics, achieving a commendable 5th place in the 4x100-metre medley relay. Albert and Charlene went public with their relationship at the 2006 Winter Olympics opening ceremony in Turin, Italy. The pair was all smiles, looking youthful and in the throes of new love as they held hands and chatted. However, there was some major drama going on behind the scenes. As CBS News reported at the time, Prince Albert confirmed his fatherhood of a toddler named Alexander in July 2005. His mother, Nicole Cost, met Albert while she was working as a flight attendant in 1997. In June 2006, the prince faced another paternity suit, this time from a woman who claimed she was involved with him in 1991 and gave birth to his daughter. The entire saga, which led to Prince Albert earning the nickname of the Playboy Prince, made the couple's PDA at the 2006 Winter Olympics opening ceremony even more surprising. It seemed to be a statement that he was finally settling down. In 2011, Monaco hosted its first royal wedding in 55 years. Prince Albert and the soon-to-be Princess Charlene's big day was arguably the royal family's most significant event in decades. Albert and Charlene's extravagant celebration, which even all these years later remains the benchmark for contemporary royal festivities. The pair put on one of the biggest shows Monaco had ever seen. For starters, legendary rock band The Eagles helped them celebrate their nuptials, playing at a soccer arena. The pair were pictured looking incredibly close and in love, with Charlene beaming as Prince Albert placed an affectionate kiss on her cheek. Prince Albert's cousin and best man, Chris Levine, reflected on the concert, telling People, "This was an enormous affair, probably even bigger than I ever thought. It was nice in many ways. We had some great side events leading up to it, like the Eagles concert, a lot of wonderful things."
It's been a great day, I think.
While Prince William and Princess Catherine's wedding will certainly be remembered as the main event in 2011 for years to come, there was another major royal wedding that year. In a culmination of events, a sacred ceremony unfolded on July 2, 2011, where Charlene adorned herself in an exquisite off-the-shoulder gown adorned with an astonishing 40,000 crystals. This momentous occasion drew the presence of a wide variety of celebrities.
I think the party starts now.
But it was the arguably awkward and stiff kiss shared between the couple on what should have been the most romantic day of their lives that raised eyebrows among viewers everywhere. The worldwide circulation of wedding photos sparked discussions about Charlene's apparent emotional state. What's more, the princess supposedly was spotted crying on and off the entire day, and many believe the tears were not the happy kind. On top of all that, there was a rumor that Charlene supposedly tried to leave the country that same week. A Parisian news outlet claimed the bride had been detained at an airport in Nice, where she was holding a one-way ticket to South Africa days before the wedding. While their cringeworthy kiss during the religious ceremony for their wedding made headlines, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert shared other awkward moments throughout the 2011 event. During the civil ceremony, the couple's vibe vacillated between loved up and uncomfortable. Unsurprisingly, royal watchers latched on to the more uncomfortable moments. Charlene appeared to cuddle up to Prince Albert on the balcony at one point, holding onto his arm for support. However, the pair later kissed during the same appearance and it was as strained as ever. Suffice to say, they weren't exactly giving us the Notebook.
It wasn't over. Still isn't over.
During a Red Cross event in June 2012, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene made an official appearance where they posed for photos and received flowers, basically your average royal walkabout. However, the couple appeared somewhat rigid and strained, which was becoming a hallmark of their public relationship. Despite the presumably disconnected appearance, Prince Albert looked as if he wanted to be close as he pulled Charlene into him with a tight arm around her waist. One could argue she looked tense, with a smile that didn't fully cover her face and shoulders that appeared to be raised. What's more, Prince Albert's fingers latched on in a way that might suggest he was trying to keep her from running away, physically and metaphorically. Of course, it's all speculation. As body language expert Gavin Stone wrote in a LinkedIn post, a hand around the waist could be seen as fun and affectionate, or it can also be a more controlling move. He noted that a hand around the waist can indicate insecurity and possessiveness. In November 2014, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert shared a kiss on the balcony. The couple, known for their awkward public smooches in the past, stuck to their usual closed mouths, barely touching lips kiss. However, Charlene threw her head back to the side and smiled at her husband, looking more lovey-dovey than in the past. It could have been due to the fact that she was pregnant with the couple's twins, Jacques and Gabriella, and was just 1 month from giving birth. Charlene looked glowing and happier than ever as she waved to crowds alongside other members of the royal family. Charlene told French publication Paris Match, "The prospect of the upcoming birth is so magical, so powerful, of love, gratitude, as well as a great sense of responsibility. I am particularly grateful for the spontaneous love bestowed on me in these special moments, the show of affection for my family, of the totality of the Monegasque people and all our friends." Just a year after their wedding day, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene went on a 3-day state visit to Germany, where they were welcomed by German President Joachim Gauck and his partner Daniela Schott. During their time there, they attended a gala in Berlin, took a boat trip with Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle, and visited the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart. But what really stood out was the couple's surprising PDA displayed during their trip to the Brandenburg Gate. Charlene was glowing in a light blue pantsuit with a matching Louis Vuitton scarf as she posed with her husband, smiling throughout the event. She and Albert shared a spontaneous kiss that was somewhat rare for the couple in public, yet still looked a little stilted. They barely touched lips, similar to their other public kisses in the past, leaving much to be desired in the PDA department. In an almost surprising public display of affection, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert looked more in love than ever, though that isn't saying much, as they celebrated his 10 years on the throne. The pair hugged, awkwardly kissed, and embraced throughout the festivities, with Charlene even making a loving speech in French, her first time addressing the Monegasque people in the official language. She said, "Albert I was the explorer, Rainier III was the prince builder, and you are the Prince of Hearts, of my heart." As she said this, Albert was said to have tears in his eyes as he was overcome with emotion. Not only was it a rare public display of affection for the couple, but it was an emotional display, which occurs even less than physical PDA among the world's most famous royal couples. It was clear that after the birth of their twins, the pair was closer than ever. Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella, who were 7 months old at the time, made a surprise appearance from a balcony, delighting royal watchers and causing quite the stir.
Jacques et la princesse Gabriella.
In May 2018, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene attended the 76th Monaco Formula 1 Grand Prix held at the Monaco circuit in Monte Carlo. In an uncharacteristic show of warmth, Charlene appeared to quickly lean over toward Albert while the race winners sprayed each other with champagne and she got splashed a bit. Later, she was seen snuggling up to her husband after taking a swig of the champagne. Later photos, however, showed the pair looking a little more distant, though this was perhaps due to the formality of the engagement. Things looked particularly tense for Prince Albert and Princess Charlene by 2022, with the pair putting on a united front that appeared completely forced according to body language experts. While we can't say for certain how Charlene felt that day, the somber look on her face suggested she wasn't in the cheeriest of moods at the 2022 Monaco Grand Prix. While the two were seen holding hands at one point, the entire interaction looked choreographed, and Charlene gave off a vibe of wanting to be anywhere but there. Charlene had just returned from her bout of bad health that kept her from flying back to Monaco from South Africa, so it's possible she was simply getting used to royal engagements again. But as James said, the appearance did nothing to end the rumours about Charlene and Albert's marriage being on the rocks. Sometimes emotions overcome us, and Princess Charlene was no exception as she happily embraced Prince Albert. The pair were watching her home country South Africa in the Rugby World Cup final in Paris as they faced rivals New Zealand, beating them 12-11. The princess was seen whooping and hollering as she hugged Albert and clung onto him while he stared back at her appreciably. The hug was so out of character for the couple that several news outlets even reported on it amid ongoing speculation that there may be trouble behind closed palace doors. For her part, Princess Charlene has always denied rumours of an issue between her and her husband, telling South African news site News 24, "It feels to me like certain media or people want to see us split." At the end of the day, these stories seem to be about clickbait and putting bread on someone's table. She even deleted her Instagram account in summer 2023, purely for the sake of her children's privacy.